And we know that because the statistics bear it out. 23 million of our children play competitive sports. That means 73% of our boys and 69% of our girls are out there on the pitch, on the field, giving it their all, and most importantly, learning valuable lessons, learning lessons about discipline and leadership and sportsmanship, and maybe someday earning the ability to earn a scholarship or have a professional career in sports. But as we all know, those of us who've had the privilege and honor to get up at the crack of dawn and go out to a swim meet where it's freezing and you're bundled up, or standing on the sidelines or sitting in the stands, we all know there's a dark side to youth sports, unfortunately. And we've all seen and heard the sounds of two young soccer players coming together to head the same ball and the crack of their skulls slamming together, the thud of their bodies falling to the pitch. There's a dark side. And what we know is 2.7 million children are hurt seriously every year playing youth sports. We also know that concussions for these young children have increased by 63% since 2001. Little girls are disproportionately impacted. They are hurt more. Little girls have more per game concussions than little boys do. In 2010, a study was done that shows girls who play soccer have more concussions than all children who play softball, basketball, baseball, and wrestling. It's an epidemic. But Derek Howard started a revolution. Derek Howard took a look at those statistics and he said, US soccer knows these statistics, FIFA knows these statistics, and they're doing nothing to protect our children. They're doing nothing in terms of changing the rules or the protocols to ensure that children are safe. So he filed a class action lawsuit and didn't ask for a single dime. What he asked for was change and protocol and protection. And he represented two remarkable women who had played soccer in their youth and suffered concussions, one of whom went on to become a pediatric emergency room nurse to help other young children who sustained injuries in sports. The other is still in college, but she promises to go to law school and become a trial lawyer, so we're excited about that. And so what Derek was able to do through this class action lawsuit, which by the way was filed in 2004, and it only took about a year and a half to resolve, which is warp speed in class action world. What he was able to do was get US soccer to acknowledge the problem, to acknowledge that they were not doing what it takes to protect your children when they're out on the field. Prior to filing this lawsuit, you had to go through this arcane grievance process that was secret just to get rules changed. Well, he was able to file in public and to create the right for the rest of us. If we happen to represent little girls or little boys who have concussions, we can now file in court because the rules have changed. And he was able, through those rule changes, to get a new standard of care. We now know how we can hold US soccer accountable for these injuries. The negligence standard is now how many times you can head a ball, in what format, and most importantly, if you suffer a concussion, these children have to get written medical clearance before they're allowed back on the field. Because what was happening before? Kids wanted to go back out. Parents who were enthusiastic wanted their kids back on the field. And folks who were eligible for scholarships wanted to keep playing to their own detriment. So now, if these cases come about, we all have an avenue for recovery because of what Derek did. The cases that we've heard about already today are astounding and humbling and incredible. And they make me proud to be a lawyer, and they make me proud to be a part of this organization. And we all have a tough decision when Elise and Nancy pass out the ballot. But when you take a deep breath and you look down at that ballot and you think about all the cases, of course, they're all great results. They've all changed the lives of those plaintiffs. They all buoy us as a profession up. But what this case did, what this revolution that Derek started did was protect every single child who plays soccer from here on out. I'm proud of the work that he did, and I would submit to you that he would be a fantastic